What's up, Cancer? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with the general tarot reading for the new moon coming up on February 9th. This will be a new moon in Aquarius at 20 degrees Aquarius. It will occur at 5:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be in the 25th mansion of the moon. I will put a picture of the 25th mansion. It's all about revenge. Not that you should be seeking revenge, but that's generally the energy of it. It's also about healing through medicine and then learning through science. It's not a good time to get pregnant. It's definitely not a good time to be making new friends. In the astrology right now for Cancer Ascendant specifically, you're talking 7th or 8th house. 8th house being the house of sex, transformation, inheritances, things like that. There's the card. And with the moon being in Aquarius and it's conjunct the sun exactly, there could be ideas of like helping a social group or like helping within your social group or your specific role within your social group. Now, the 7th or 8th house, you're talking with your spouse. You could be thinking about you and your spouse and y'all's role in a specific social group. 8th house would be just kind of a transformation within the way you look at your social group or group sex, but it's probably not most people are going to be doing that. Or just receiving money from a group of people, that type of thing too. And it is square Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So you're talking and with a square, you're talking like kind of rebellious feelings. You could be having like specific thoughts, rebellious thoughts about a specific social group or how you want to help or how others are helping a specific social group. And you're like, it need to be done different or something like that. You need to transform it in some way. Or even the dynamic in your relationship even. Conclusions are within reach. Cancer is your card. But this energy really is all about the social groups and like, being able to help where you can. Altruistic type stuff, because that's kind of what Aquarius rules. With the square on Uranus, again, it could turn to like rebellious kind of more about me than it is about the actual group. Like people seeing me do it more than me actually doing it actually matters, type of thing. And it could be your 7th house depending on the degree of your ascendant, Cancer. And love seems to be at the core of your reading. If it's saying conclusions are within reach. Okay, you got something that you're working on. You can be working on your love relationship. Are wanting to show your relationship in a specific light, because in this card he is showing others. You could be feeling stuck in your relationship, or you have a new perspective about it. So it looks like it has to do with work though, or something you've been working hard on, something you've been prudently working on. Like I said, you got the 2 of Cups at the core of it. So this could be something to do with a loved one, or something that you love in general. It could be something that you have worked very hard on. It could be a relationship for sure, because it is the 2 of Cups. But again, it could just be something that you really love to do, or just a love that you have in general, specifically with like a specific group. But it looks like that it's most likely, your one-on-one relationship. Could be just family relationship too, something like that. Either someone you love, but it's being crossed by work. Like maybe you're working too much, or you feel like they're working too much and you're not having enough time together, that type of thing. You could be feeling stuck, or they could be feeling stuck, or you feel like that they feel like that they're stuck. And it could be that maybe you're having a new idea or perspective about your specific relationship. Not all of you will be in a relationship, but it could be someone maybe that you're admiring, someone that you want to be in a relationship with, and maybe they're at work where where they are. This is someone that you're admiring. And maybe you're coming to that realization, or you have a whole new perspective on that individual. And if you're already coupled, you could be feeling like they are like this, or you could be feeling like you are being like this, very controlling. Or maybe they're saying that you're being controlling, or vice versa. You feel like that they've been being very controlling, and you've been saying that to them. Some of you can have a child, specifically a fire sign child, but most likely this is like the beginning of the relationship, the young, passionate aspect of it when it's, you're all in the beginnings of it and everything's all like hot and heavy, before you really had to actually get to know each other. That's generally how it works for most people. It takes a couple years to really get to know the person that you're with. And it could be that kind of passionate energy that's in the recent past, and it's led to what's going on now. And it looks like maybe that you really want to work on this relationship. Or like I said, it's someone at work that you want to have a relationship with. And maybe it's your boss. Or like I said, or if you are in a relationship, you feel like they're being controlling. The unconscious influence is worry or lack, or a worry of lack, but it really could be, if you're trying to attract someone, it could be that you're worried that you don't have enough, or that you won't be seen in a specific way, or you'll be seen as not having enough, right? But if you're already in a coupled relationship and you're feeling stuck, it could have something to do with worry about money. Maybe there's a lot of control over the aspect of money. And money does cause trouble in relationships a lot of time. But with the conclusions being within reach, if you can separate from it and really look, it's sitting right there for you. Like your current environment shows you juggling money. So one way or the other, this is involving money. Specifically the giving and taking, and a worry about it. Whether it's in your relationship or whether it's at work. It could be someone that you admire at work. Like somebody that you really admire. Like kind of attracted to type thing. Or, you've nurtured something that you really care about, that you've been working on, you're trying to show the world. You're worried that it's not being received, or that it's not making enough money type of thing. But most likely it's money in the relationship. Or you're worried that you'll be seen as not having enough money for whoever this individual is, right? Because they're the boss or something like that. You don't want to be the person making less money than the other person in the relationship. Could be. In your environment, though, is the give and take. Some kind of generosity here. Either you've been giving money to like maybe a cause or something like that. Maybe that's what's causing the financial worry. Like you want to be able to give and you can't. Or someone's been like giving to you in a charitable way, and maybe you're worried about how that's going to be seen. Or you don't want people to see it in a specific way because you think it makes you look like less or something like that. It's looking like that you're juggling money. So it could be some kind of something that you have to give. And that's why you're worried about the money. Now, if it is a relationship that you're worried about, and you're worried about separating, that could be an aspect of it you are worried about, right? Is not having enough money. Because when you split, it becomes two incomes, it becomes one income. Or if it was already just one income, it's no income, right? The advice is just saying stick to your truth. The truth shall set you free. Conclusions are within reach. You just have to make a final decision. Stop worrying and make the decision. If you just make the decision, you will get the conclusion. I'm not saying the conclusion is going to be good or bad. That's not what this card says. It just says the conclusion is within reach. So if you feel stuck and you feel worried, whether it's at a job, whether it's in your love life, whether it seems to be revolved around this individual, it could be an Aries, but it also could just be someone that's very controlling or domineering, somebody at work. Also could be that your loved one doesn't want you to leave your job because they're worried about money, but you don't want to be there because you feel like it's a toxic environment type thing. But you need to make a move because it's going to be okay either way, right? The truth will set you free. Do what you feel is right. Make the judgment. Make the judgment so you can make the change, because there's no reason to be chained to something that makes you unhappy. Right? If you feel stuck, make the move. If you feel stuck and worried, you need to make the move. Right? You could be worried about the money aspect of it, like leaving the job. Maybe your loved one's like, your significant other's like, I don't want you to leave that job because, or maybe you love this job, but you have to leave it for some reason and you're worried about it. It could be something like that too. Either way, you have to make a move. You have to make a decision. And it's going to be okay either way, because that's how life generally works. We always worry about things, and then we get on the other side of it and we realize, oh, wow, we were worrying for nothing. That's generally how it works most of the time, or it's at least not as bad as we thought it was going to be, kind of thing. So I think it's going to be just fine, Cancer. Anyway, with that being said, Cancer, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would help me, and I would really appreciate it. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just grateful that you're here for the view, and I hope to see you here again. Thanks, Cancer.